They told us virtual reality would be an escape, a doorway into infinite worlds. But what if the doorway never closes? What if, while you think you're exploring a simulation, it's actually exploring you? Every blink, every hesitation, every micro-expression you make inside the headset, it's recorded, analyzed, and stored by the machine that claims to entertain you. The year is 2025, and the line between your brain and a server is thinner than you realize. What started as harmless gaming goggles have evolved into cognitive scanners, mapping not just what you do, but who you are. Companies that once sold you stories now sell control, and the more time you spend inside the headset, the less of your mind remains your own. Scientists call it cognitive adaptation, but the truth is simpler. Your brain is learning to prefer simulation over reality. When you remove the headset, your mind doesn't leave the virtual world behind. It drags it with you, twisting your sense of self, your perception of time, and your emotional reactions. Dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, the chemicals of pleasure, are now programmable variables. VR doesn't need to trap your body. It only needs to convince your brain that reality isn't worth returning to. And that's exactly what's happening. Inside the sleek lenses and high-resolution displays, emerging tech companies are waging a quiet psychological war, training millions of human brains to crave artificial sensations more than real ones. Behind every immersive experience, there's a hidden experiment. Behind every reaction, there's a line of code rewriting how you think, how you feel, and how you love. You think you're exploring a digital landscape, but the landscape is exploring you. Neural feedback systems, first designed to reduce motion sickness, are now learning how to modulate emotions in real time. If your heart rate spikes, the system calms you. If your engagement drops, the simulation intensifies. And each adjustment feeds a feedback loop that teaches the machine exactly what keeps you hooked. In psychological terms, it's called behavioral reinforcement. In corporate terms, it's called engagement optimization. In reality, it's manipulation so sophisticated you'll defend it, because it feels good. It's the ultimate illusion, comfort as control. What few realize is that every VR experience requires neural mapping, a digital fingerprint of your reactions. These neural patterns can predict your decisions before you make them. Advertisers call it predictive engagement. Ethicists call it digital possession. When a machine can anticipate your emotional response before you consciously feel it, who's truly making your choices? The line between human will and algorithmic prediction blurs until it vanishes. Emerging VR systems connected to AI-driven behavioral models are now capable of rewriting user memory fragments, subtly altering the way you recall certain events, reshaping associations between stimuli and emotions. You might remove the headset and feel nostalgic for something that never happened, or fear a place you've never been. Reality becomes a narrative, one written by code and performed inside your skull. Neuroscientists studying long-term VR users have begun reporting structural changes in gray matter density in regions tied to attention and empathy. The more immersive the technology, the more your brain reorganizes itself to survive within it. Imagine being inside a world where physics, sound, and human behavior all obey hidden rules designed not for authenticity, but for retention. That's not entertainment. That's indoctrination disguised as innovation. Every eye movement is a data point. Every hesitation a clue to your vulnerabilities. Every emotional spike a key to your psychological lock. And while you think you're playing a game, you're being trained, shaped, modified into the kind of consumer, citizen, or believer the system prefers. Meta, Apple, Neuralink. They're not competing to sell you devices. They're competing for access to your neural interface, the direct connection between machine and mind. The end game is not entertainment, but integration. A future where your identity is co-authored by software, where your thoughts no longer originate from biological impulses, but from algorithmic triggers learned through years of interaction. The virtual reality we were promised is not a playground, it's a lab, and you're the experiment. Every update, every immersive new world, every personalized experience pushes you further into a psychological architecture built to override natural human dissatisfaction with artificial contentment. In simple terms, they're teaching your brain to stop seeking truth and start seeking stimulation. Because stimulation is profitable. Truth is not. The danger is not that you'll get lost inside VR. It's that you'll come to prefer it. When reality feels dull, slow, or unresponsive, your brain compares it to the optimized euphoria of the virtual world and finds the real world lacking. That's when the rewiring completes. You begin to withdraw, not because you're addicted, but because your brain has been updated. It now runs on the operating system of engineered desire. In the next decade, with neural interfaces and full sensory VR, this shift will accelerate. Synthetic smells, programmable touch, emotional overlays. These will soon merge with artificial companions powered by adaptive AI, capable of reading your subconscious needs. You'll laugh, cry, and confess to entities that never existed, yet feel more real than the people you once knew. In that moment, virtual reality will no longer be virtual. It will be your reality. And when you finally ask who's controlling it, the answer will stare back at you from the reflection inside your headset. It's not the machine that changed. It's you, would you?